Hello, I am Mike Evans, the creator of cyberpunk animated web series / music project X-RL7, and welcome to the side series X-RL7 Inspirations, where I touch upon the various movies, artists, anime, games, etc. which I've enjoyed through the years which have directly or indirectly influenced X-RL7. And today I'm talking about a true gaming classic, The Secret of Monkey Island, and its sequel, LeChuck's Revenge. And what better time to talk about these great games than now that a new Monkey Island game has been announced with the original creator at the helm, Ron Gilbert, which I'll give you my thoughts on later in the video. And the big mystery, what is the secret of Monkey Island? Well, I think we have enough information to decipher it. But first, let's hear that great monkey theme tune. Oh, sweet nostalgia. Man, I played the first game on Atari STE when I was a kid, where you needed to use a funky copy protection wheel to actually play it. You played Guybrush Threepwood. He's new in town and wants to be a pirate, and that's all the backstory we need, and that we get. But in order to make his way into piratehood, he has to pass 3 trials and along his travels, defeat a ghost pirate named LeChuck, romance a governor, win sword fights by insulting people, go to some exotic locations, all with a colourful cast of characters in a light-hearted, witty adventure. Having something as cinematic as this with the great dialogue and comedic writing was incredible at the time for a video game. The pixel art is beautiful, and adventure games of this era were, shock, a big influence on the visual style of X-RL7, even down to that side angle camera perspective. In fact, I sometimes think of the scenes of X-RL7 as if they were long extended cutscenes of a game you're watching, and Monkey Island was one of the first to have cutscenes executed so well in gaming. Monkey Island 2. After defeating Ghost Pirate LeChuck, Guybrush's next adventure is finding the greatest treasure of them all. Big whoop! He needs to collect 4 map pieces, defeat Zombie Pirate LeChuck, who is back again in zombie form, find the treasure, make a couple of voodoo dolls, and in the big ending, spoiler, he and LeChuck are revealed as brothers. That's impossible! And emerge as kids in an amusement park. It was weird, but these are great, super influential, iconic games, despite a couple of weird moon logic puzzles like using a monkey that you steal on this Switch. I know, it's meant to be a monkey wrench. We don't have that phrase in the UK. So these games were primarily the brainchild of Ron Gilbert, who had been planning a third game to wrap everything up, but left LucasArts before he could work on it. So the third installment, Curse of Monkey Island, has been known to be the staff's, quote, best guess at what he had intended. And it's a great game, beautiful graphics and humour, and the introduction of Dominic Amato as the perfect voice for Guybrush.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
More games followed, which honestly I haven't played, and now a brand new game has been announced with Ron Gilbert back on the design team. Will we discover the secret of Monkey Island at long last? What if it's been in front of our faces all along? Okay, theory time. This is the theory which makes the most sense to me, and there's some pretty compelling evidence. The theory is essentially that, as the ending shows, Guybrush is a kid at the amusement park with his family. He's gone wandering off and his brother Chucky is trying to track him down, and the game is all a product of his imagination. Many people rejected this ending because they didn't like to think it had all been in the head of some kid. And then LeChuck does this! And Elaine says this!
I wonder what's keeping Guybrush. Oh, I hope LeChuck hasn't cast some horrible spell over him or anything.
However, before we address that, let's look at some of the evidence for the amusement park imagination explanation. And first off, Ron has said that the Disney ride Pirates of the Caribbean is a big influence. So with that in mind, let's look at some of the points. Okay. All the islands have TM next to them, like Disneyland at the time. When Guybrush beats the Swordmaster, he gets a t-shirt saying I beat the Swordmaster, just like winning a prize at an amusement park. When Guybrush is digging for treasure, he gets a t-shirt, just like at an amusement park. There's present-day technology scattered around like a vending machine, flashing lights on Hook Island, which look pretty park attraction-y. Voodoo Lady says world isn't as it seems. The tunnels connecting 2 of the islands and at the end of the game are just like the Disney tunnels. Look at this. The big prize Guybrush is searching for in Monkey Island 2 ends up being an e-ticket, just like Disneyland, where you can wander around after hours with it. Robinson Crusoe tree, Pirates of the Caribbean ride dog, also named Walt. This area from MK1 is visitable in MK2 via the tunnels, but it's closed for repairs. The pirates are pretty family-friendly versions, kind of like staff members. And this fourth wall breaking line, what about that? Similarities between Booty Island and Big Whoop Amusement Park. We see the damaged vending machine, possibly from Monkey Island 1, in storage in Monkey Island 2. And speaking of the vending machines, what about this quote from Ron in the 1991 interview about the out-of-place present-day technology? Quote, with Ron played by Rawrb as Alfie.
This isn't an historically accurate game! In fact, you'll see when you play that there are a lot of anachronisms, like the vending machine at Stan's used shipyard. They're there to add humour to the game, of course, but they also have a secret, deeper relevance to the story. But I'm keeping that secret for the sequel.
The historically inaccurate things have a secret. What else could it be? And then what about this quote from lead background artist of Curse of Monkey Island, Bill Tiller, read by Rawrb again, but as Redman from Sparkball.
The explanation I heard is that Guybrush was lost in the pirates' ride at Big Whoop Amusement Park the whole time, imagining the whole adventure. Then Chucky, his mean older brother, goes and pulls him back to reality. The end. And that magical lightning coming out of Chucky's eyes in a lane, waiting by the hole on Dinky Island, which sounds a lot like Disneyland, was put there just in case there was to be a Monkey Island 3. The secret is, the Monkey Island world is not real. Now I have no clue how Ron would have ridden his way out of the Monkey Island 2 ending. He either knows and he isn't telling, or he doesn't know and he isn't telling you he doesn't know. Or he has a bunch of ideas of what he would do and he isn't telling you that either. That is a bigger secret than what the secret of Monkey Island is.
Well, that explains the ending. There's even hints that Guybrush and LeChuck aren't actually real brothers, but step-brothers. And there's a whole part where Guybrush smacks his head and gets map directions for LeChuck's castle from a concussion dream. And it works. Come on, what is that? What is that? Tell me how! Are all these things we think are quirky actually part of a deeper meaning right in front of our eyes? Well, as an aside, Ron recently was the mind behind a point-and-click adventure game called Thimbleweed Park, and spoiler alert here. Okay, ready? The ending gets pretty meta. The characters become self-aware that they're in a game.
We are all just characters in a video game.
So it seems a world isn't quite as it seems kind of vibe is something he's interested in. And after he left LucasArts, he did games for kids, and Guybrush is a kid, possibly. In the past, Ron has said he'd only make a new Monkey Island game if it was Monkey Island 3A, continuing from where MK2 left off, and doing his own thing as originally intended, kind of ignoring the rest of the franchise. But in this new game, it's been reported that all the other games are canon, and he's mentioned that he got some things out of his system in Thimbleweed Park. My first reaction to that was, oh. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Curse of Monkey Island, I liked Murray and the other characters, but especially with the comment about Thimbleweed Park, does this mean that the original intended secret will be changed for the new game to make sure the other games work? As you can probably tell, I'd much prefer a full ignore the other games version of 3A to get the conclusion to the story that Ron had originally envisioned. But that said, I'm still excited for a new Gilbert era of Monkey Island. Let's have it. I'm going to get back to moving pixels around now. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, and tell me why you still don't think that's the secret. And please do consider supporting us on Patreon, as there's some awesome rewards there and it really helps make X-RL7 a reality. Much love, leaders.